is English Podcast 365. Speak better, understand faster. Hey there, welcome to English Podcast 365, the podcast that's all about helping you learn English in a way that feels easy, natural, and honestly, kind of fun. I'm Sarah, your host, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you've ever dreamed of speaking English fluently but felt totally lost, like, where do I even start with all the grammar rules, vocab lists, apps, and videos out there? This episode is for you. Learning English doesn't have to feel like climbing a mountain. It's not about studying harder or cramming until your brain hurts. It's about building small, doable habits that add up over time and make English feel like a part of who you are. Today, we're diving into 7 simple daily habits you can start right now to boost your fluency. These are practical, low-stress tips that fit into your life, no matter how busy you are. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's get started. First up, let's talk about reading. Now, I'm not saying you need to dive into a 500-page novel or slog through a boring textbook. Just spend 15 to 30 minutes a day reading something in English that you actually enjoy. Love fashion? Check out a style blog. Obsessed with gaming? Read game reviews or Reddit threads. Even comic strips or Instagram captions work. The key is to pick something that doesn't feel like work. If you're scrolling through your phone anyway, and let's be real, we all are, swap out some of that time for reading in English. Here's a trick. Read a paragraph silently to get the gist, then read it out loud. It's like a workout for your pronunciation and helps you get used to how words sound. You'll start noticing phrases or expressions that stick with you, and before you know it, you're using them in conversations without even trying. Start small, maybe a short article or even a kid's book, and work your way up as you get more comfortable. Consistency is what makes this magic happen. Next, let's talk about listening. Popping on a podcast, audiobook, or YouTube video in English is one of the best ways to train your ear. But here's the deal. It's not enough to have it playing in the background while you're folding laundry or scrolling on your phone. That's fine sometimes. But to really level up, spend 20 to 30 minutes a day actually focusing. Maybe you're commuting, cooking dinner, or chilling with a coffee. Use that time to listen actively. If it's a podcast like this one, pause after a cool phrase and repeat it out loud. If it's a TV show, try mimicking the way a character says something. Start with content that matches your level. If fast-talking sitcoms feel like a blur, try a documentary or a vlogger who speaks clearly. You can slow down YouTube videos to 0.75x speed if you need to catch every word. I remember listening to a British podcast and feeling like I was decoding a secret language at first. But after a few listens, things started clicking. Replay stuff as many times as you need, your brain will thank you for the extra practice. Make this a daily thing, and your ears will get sharper every week. Okay, habit number 3, speaking. And no, you don't need a conversation partner to make this work. One of the easiest ways to practice is to talk to yourself. Seriously. Spend 15 to 20 minutes a day just saying stuff out loud in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm making toast, and oh man, I almost burned it. Or talk about your plans. I'm heading to the store later to grab some snacks. It feels weird at first, but it's like training your mouth to get comfortable with English sounds. You can also read things out loud, like a text message or a news headline, to practice pronunciation. If you're up for it, record yourself on your phone and play it back to hear how you sound. Don't worry about messing up. Nobody's judging. If you do have a friend or language buddy, that's awesome. Try a quick chat or join an app like Tandem for short convos. But even if you're flying solo, just getting those words out of your mouth makes a huge difference. The more you do it, the less you'll stumble over words in real conversations. Writing might sound intimidating, but it's one of the most powerful habits for improving your English. You don't need to write a novel, just grab a notebook or your phone and jot down a few sentences every day for 10 to 15 minutes. Write about anything, what you had for lunch, a funny thing that happened, or what you're excited about tomorrow. For example, today was sunny, so I went for a walk and saw the cutest dog. If you don't know a word, look it up and use it in your sentence. That's how you learn vocab that actually sticks. The cool part? When you look back at your writing after a month or two, you'll see how far you've come, fewer mistakes, smoother sentences, and words you didn't even realize you'd learned. You can also use your journal to note down new phrases you hear, like something from a movie or a song. It's a low-pressure way to build confidence and see your progress in real time. This one's all about immersion, making English a part of your everyday world. Think about it. The more you're exposed to a language, the more natural it feels. Start by switching your phone, apps, and social media to English. Watch Netflix or YouTube with English subtitles instead of your native language. Follow English-speaking creators, maybe a travel vlogger, a fitness coach, or a comedian you vibe with. Even small stuff, like labeling things in your house, like a cupboard, a mirror, helps your brain think in English. If you're watching a show that feels too fast, start with something slower, like a cooking tutorial or a nature documentary where people speak clearly. Keep subtitles in English for a double boost, you're hearing and reading at the same time. The goal is to make English feel like it's everywhere, so your brain starts soaking it up without you even noticing. It's like learning by osmosis. Here's a fun one. Learn one new word or phrase every single day. It could be something you hear in a podcast, like spill the tea, meaning share gossip, or a word from an article, like cozy. Write it down, say it out loud, and try using it in a sentence. This cafe is so cozy, I could stay here all day. You don't need a fancy app, though something like Notion or a simple note on your phone works great for tracking. The trick is to use the word in a real context, not just memorize it. Maybe you hear, hit the nail on the head, meaning get something exactly right, in a video. Try saying, you hit the nail on the head with that idea. This habit is like collecting little gems of English that make your speech more natural. Over a month, that's 30 new expressions in your pocket. Don't just consume English, engage with it. When you're watching a YouTube video, pause and try summarizing what you heard in your own words. Okay, this vlogger just talked about their trip to Japan. Or leave a comment in English, even if it's just, loved this video. If you're on social media, tweet about a show you're watching or join a discussion on a forum like Reddit. Pick a topic you're into, maybe movies or video games, and write a short post about your thoughts. This habit mimics real conversations because you're thinking and responding in English. It can feel scary at first, so start small. One sentence, one comment. Over time, you'll get bolder, and it'll feel like second nature. Interacting like this helps you practice thinking on your feet, which is huge for fluency. All right, so you've got these 7 awesome habits, but how do you actually stick with them? The secret is weaving them into your day so they don't feel like extra work. Look at your routine and find spots where these habits fit naturally. Got a morning commute? That's perfect for listening to a podcast. Always scrolling before bed? Swap 15 minutes for reading an article. Speak while you're getting ready in the morning or walking to the store. Write your journal while sipping your evening tea. You don't need to carve out huge chunks of time, just piggyback on stuff you're already doing. Try pairing habits like reading a sentence and then saying it out loud, or listening to a podcast and jotting down a new word. Set a phone reminder if you need a nudge. And if you skip a day, no stress, just jump back in. The goal is to make English feel like a natural part of your life, not a chore you dread. Play around with what works for you, and don't be afraid to tweak things. First up, we have hectic. This word describes a situation that's really busy or kind of chaotic. For example, you might say, "Today was so hectic, I didn't even have time for lunch." Next is mimic. To mimic someone means to copy the way they talk or act. For instance, I love mimicking my favorite YouTuber's accent when they say that's epic. It's a fun way to practice pronunciation. Then we have quirk. A quirk is a unique or unusual habit, something a little different in a cool way. You could say, She has this quirky habit of singing in English while she cooks. It's so cute. Another great word is cozy. This one describes a warm, comfortable, and inviting feeling. Imagine saying, "This cafe is so cozy, I could stay here and read all day." Now let's talk about spill the tea. This is a playful phrase that means to share gossip or juicy details. You might hear someone say, "Okay, spill the tea, what happened at the party?" Next is hit the nail on the head. This phrase means to get something exactly right. For example, "You really hit the nail on the head with that advice about practicing every day." Finally, there's on your feet. To think or speak on your feet means to react quickly, especially during a conversation. You could say, "Leaving comments online helps me think on my feet in English." Try tossing these into your conversations or journal entries this week. They'll start feeling like old friends in no time. There you have it, 7 simple habits to make English fluency feel within reach. You don't need to do all of them perfectly or all at once. Pick 1 or 2 that feel exciting and start there. Maybe try reading a fun blog post tonight or chatting to yourself while making breakfast tomorrow. The key is to keep it consistent and enjoy the process. Learning English is like building a friendship with the language. It takes time, but the more you hang out with it, the more comfortable it feels. We'd love to hear how it's going for you. Drop a comment on our YouTube channel, send us a message, or share your favorite English learning tip. Keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next episode.